What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror slasher film review. Today, we're going to actually talk about the Netflix original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, the latest reboot in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. Don't mind the dog sounds behind me, but yeah, um, yeah. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, like I said, a Netflix original. It was released February 18th, 2022, and directed by David Blue Garcia, who also did Tezano, Bloodfest, An Ordinary Family, and The Bystander Theory. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Well, this is somewhat of a reboot to the series with a little bit of homage to the very original. It's also supposed to be a sequel to the actual very first one. And yeah, so there's a small Texas town is basically went up for auction, and these young influencers managed to buy it and purchase it. So they invited a lot of their friends on this bus, bring a bus out, and then they go and to make this special area their own. And so they go up there a little bit early, and they get there, and they find a family still staying there, even though they're supposed to leave. So they find this elderly woman with her hulking son still living there. And yeah, so they said that they own it now, and they're gonna actually have to go. And then the woman has like a heart attack and dies, and the son gets mad. And of course, the son is Leatherface, so he cuts off his mom's face and goes on a killing spree, attacking all the influencers. And but with the help of the local mechanic and a few of the sheriffs, they try to put a stop to it. This is a good entry into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. A lot of people have talked shit about this and all that, and I do agree that there is no story whatsoever with this. But for what it is, you definitely do get a lot of good kills in this movie. There is a lot of fight scenes with Leatherface and the brooding attack and everything from him on all these unsuspecting victims and stuff is truly a sight to behold. The first half is actually very tense, and especially with like the mom dying and then him cutting the face off and stuff and making it his, is very bold and gory. I love the gore effects in this film. It was very well done, and even with like the CG enhancements and stuff, it looks fantastic. It was shot really well as well. Most of the characters, like the acting was pretty good, but I think the biggest problem here is the writing with the film, because a lot of the characters make some really, really dumb decisions and stuff that's just like non-common sense, like things that you definitely would not make that decision in that situation, but for plot's sake, it had to go that way. And there's a lot of that in this. And there's also a lot of unrealistic like shootouts, like a two barrel shotgun. There's two ones, so suddenly so you could hold four shots in it, and yeah, weird things like that that kind of take out the realism of what's going on. But yeah, but if you wanted a brooding Leatherface attacking a lot of people with the chainsaw and stuff, you're gonna get a lot of that in this, which is fun and all, but I like more of a story to go with the brutal killing. So for most of these slasher films, especially the ones from the 90s and stuff, I've been like, I wanted more kills. Well, in this one, I got my more kills, got a lot of gore, got a pretty well shot film, just no story whatsoever. So it was just like watching people die for no reason. And the reason why they're there was pretty thin and pointless, in my opinion. Maybe for the younger generation and stuff, it might be somewhat relatable, but for the way they did it now, for that was not really realistic enough for me. So overall, I thought Texas Chainsaw Massacre was okay. It's very brutal, gory, and pretty well shot and acted, but with no story whatsoever, it's kind of hard to um, follow a plot line or like get really invested into the characters when they don't even have a story really to get you involved in. So with that, I'm going to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre a 2.5 out of 5. It still had enough gore and kills for me to be entertained at least, and it's a really short one. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes. So with that, that's what I thought of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, not the best, definitely not the worst in the series. It's probably more bottom tier. It's kind of in the same realm as Texas Chainsaw 3D and that, where it's just there. It's kind of like in the middle. It's not great by any means, but it's definitely not the worst. So, yeah. But if you're interested, it is on Netflix, at least in North America and US and Canada. And also, yeah, I'll link the trailer down below so you can check it out if you want to see what I'm talking about if you didn't know this movie existed. So, yeah, that'll be linked down below. Also, linked down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories at the film hashtag and subject on film hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is down below. Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Download this channel, like this video, share some more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. Try to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Also, comment down below if you want me to do the rest of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. I've done this is like the 4th or 5th one, but I know there's at least 3 or 4 more that I haven't actually touched on yet. So if you want me to continue the series, then let me know in the comments as well. Also, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully, find something weird, scary, and they probably never thought of checking out together. And also, so you hear my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to talk about a cult nasty film that a lot of people, it was banned in a lot of countries and caused quite a stir. We're going to talk about Cannibal Ferox in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that and watch out for all those chainsaw wielding lunatics that are 70 and somehow hulkingly strong still. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.